Would you look at that? It's Friday, which can only mean it's time for a T3 watch rant. Guys, you know, there's a series of questions I tend to see during my live stream Q&As, and they're in my inbox, and it's always questions that are kind of, I don't know, they have to do with price, but not like a price range. Like, people aren't asking me the best chronograph for this price, or the best solar powered watch for this price. Those are great questions, and I make a lot of episodes about those. If you want to see my top watch picks, click up here, and there's a playlist where I go over watches within certain price ranges. But the questions that I seem to see with great frequency has to do with price, but in a very vague, weird way. You see, people love to ask me how much they should spend on a watch. Not any watch specifically, just on a watch. What's the minimum I should spend on a wristwatch? This is kind of confusing, but let's go ahead and explore that today on this episode of The Time Teller. It's 1:25 p.m. Let's get down to business. Okay guys, so price. Let's talk about this. How much should you spend on a watch? You see, there seems to be a disconnect when it comes to younger watch collectors and sometimes even older watch collectors. They think that price equals enjoyment. That's not the case. Guys, the first watch I ever purchased myself, my first real watch that I got myself, was a SEIKO SKX 007, and that's why I always joke that that is the gateway drug in regards to watch collecting. That is the watch that kind of started it all off for me. Again, when I was 8 years old, my dad gave me a Hamilton. It was a Hamilton 9721 RAF limited edition. That's my first automatic watch ever, and I actually still own it. TikTok Watch Repairs is actually kind of overhauling it for me to make it, you know, keep it up in tip-top shape. But I didn't really know anything about watches back then. So in my early 20s, I bought myself an SKX, and boy, that kind of lit the fire that is my burning passion for watch collecting. And I gotta be honest with you, 200 bucks at the time was a whole lot of money for me, and it is a lot of money, 200 bucks, but not to brag, that's probably one of my less expensive watches currently. And guess what? I wear like sub $100 G-Shocks daily. What I'm trying to say is the amount of money I've spent on watches does not correlate to the amount of enjoyment I get from these watches. Price has nothing to do with this, okay? Are there certain properties we might want to expect when it comes to certain watches and certain price ranges? Absolutely. You know, the more expensive a watch is, the more time it has spent in a human's hands, right? Craftsmanship, that's what we look for. Finishing, detailing, maybe some complications, maybe some precious metals, hopefully some scarcity, you know, as things get more and more expensive. But you can't always go by these rules. You can't always go by the price alone, because guys, there are companies like Hublot that put out really expensive watches and they're trash. And the flip side of that is there's a lot of really inexpensive watches like G-Shocks that I think are probably the most fun ever. And there's a whole lot of really cool mechanical watches that punch way above their price range, and I go over a lot of those on this channel here. And guess what? A lot of those really overpriced watches that are simply delivering price tags and that's it, I go over those on this channel as well, and I get a lot of heat for it because I'm being honest. You know what watch I've been wearing a whole lot lately? My Orient Defender. Okay, ever since I got that watch, there was something about it, I absolutely love it. I got it for $140, all right? That's one of my least expensive automatic watches, easily. I freaking love that watch. I absolutely love it, and I get so much enjoyment out of wearing it. Then I flipped to my Reverso, or my Vacheron 4533C solid 18 karat gold watches. A little bit more expensive than that Orient Defender. Guess what? I have the same grin on my face when I wear that Defender as I do with my Vacheron. There's no difference because I just love watches. My Rolex President, okay? That is a very sought after watch. When I showed it to you guys, I think a lot of people went bonkers. They were like, oh my God, a President, yellow gold. How does it feel? How much fun is it to wear? Yeah, it's a really fun watch to wear. You know what else is a really fun watch to wear? A freaking G-Shock Neo SEIKO Tokyo. This is one of the coolest watches in my collection easily. I am obsessed with it right now. I think a lot of people get caught up on the price of watches because they think that if they spend more money, it'll be more impressive and they'll feel better somehow. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've spent a lot of money on watches. That doesn't make you feel better. Definitely doesn't make Connie feel better. She's, did you buy another watch? Why do you keep buying these watches? Okay, you keep buying lipstick and makeup palettes and high heels and stuff. You don't see me complaining. Jeez, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. God, women are so complicated. It's like no. You know what? I was gonna move on, but hear me out, okay? I'll buy a watch, all right? And then I get it and I'm happy, and then Connie sees me surfing the internet for another watch and she's like, oh, already going to another one? It's like, okay, I didn't complain when you asked to go to Target 3 times today. Oh, there's just something else I need. Oh, there's something else I need. Oh, can we go to Home Goods? I'm just kidding, I love Connie. I love her so much. But going back to the episode, guys, don't get caught up on prices and how impressive the watch is because it's expensive, because here's the deal. If you're buying watches to impress other people, and if you're caught up in how other people feel about the things you own, you're probably not doing it right. Okay, I always say there's no rules to watch collecting, and I made an episode literally on Wednesday. You've already seen it, hopefully, the 10 mistakes watch collectors make. I already spoke about how you shouldn't compare your collection to other people, you shouldn't get caught up on price and this and that, but this is like a real thing that I see a lot in the watch world. People are very concerned about how others feel about their watches, and don't worry about it. It has to do with how you feel about your watches. And I'm here to tell you right now, my more expensive watches don't make me any more happy than my less expensive watches. That's just, I'm being honest. So don't compare yourself to me or anyone else for that matter. I know a lot of watch collectors I look up to that own Pateks, that own really obscure vintage JLCs and Vacherons, and guess what? They also wear Orients and G-Shocks, and those are real watch collectors. And those are real people that I look up to, because that's really cool, man. Going from like a Rolex mil sub on the wrist and then changing into like a freaking DW 5600, that's badass. So if you love watches, just love watches. Who cares about the price? And that's all I have to say about that, guys. Hopefully it clears some things up, and hopefully it helps you, steers you in the right direction. If you learned something new, if you had a laugh, and if you agree that women, for some reason, love going to Target all the time for like we were just there. Like what could Target have changed? We were there 5 minutes ago. If you agree, then hit the like button, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't get, you don't miss out on anything that we're doing, because we're doing a lot of stuff here and we're uploading 6 episodes a week. I'm losing my voice, I'm breaking my back for you, but I'm glad you're here, guys. So please subscribe if you're enjoying yourself. And if you want to go above and beyond supporting the channel, then please consider becoming a certified T3 bot. Join the T3 army. Click that join button next to the subscribe button, and for $4.99 a month, again, you get 6 pieces of content. That's 2 extra pieces a week. Plus, you get access to the members only Discord chat. We talk about watches, of course, but we also talk about video games, stock market, food, cars, everything that you could be interested in. A really diverse group of people, over 100 certified T3 bots. The T3 army grows stronger every day, and we would love you to join the ranks, so please, it's like YouTube's Patreon. Click that join button and support the channel, and I would love to see you there. As always, check out all the affiliate links in the description below. Check out my personal website, www.thetimtellershop.com. That is easily the #1 place to find affordable vintage luxury watches, serviced and inspected and handpicked by me with a 1-year warranty. There's nothing to lose, guys. Go check it out, and yeah. Thank you for supporting me here. We're well past 120,000 subscribers. I have the best supporters in the world. You freaking rock. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Like, comment, and subscribe. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. This watch is so freaking cool.